This is a short story. This story is a scientific journey that shows and proves what medical cannabis can do for the body. This story provides better insights into the mechanisms of the brain, a better understanding of a plant whose benefits have been documented for thousands of years. A very exciting journey filled with compassion and kindness.
The cannabis program has been more than we ever anticipated. The ease of use for caregivers, for staff, is incredibly easy. And better than that, though, is the results that I've seen from my residents almost instantly.
We started the process about 3 months ago from the medical marijuana, and we started the first patient dosing about 2 months ago. Rosie was the first patient. She was brought in by her son and daughter. She has always been anxious, wondering where she is, who she is, why she's here. Was getting to the point where she didn't recognize family members anymore. The family did not want her treated with any more psychological drugs. They didn't want her falling. They didn't want her going through the side effects. But yet, we couldn't just leave her agitated all the time. Our second resident is Helen. She was living at home with her husband. He had a caregiver, one that came in every day. It began to get hard for him. She was refusing showers and up all night long. He wasn't getting any sleep, so he needed some help, and that's when we got Helen. She came in walking and laughing and dancing, and she adjusted very well. I would say after 6 or 8 months. As her disease progressed, she began to get aggressive with the staff and other residents, scratching, kicking, things like that. A lot of what we see in Lewy bodies dementia, where there's paranoia. She was afraid to be alone. She gave up walking. She gave up talking. She was just babbling. Unfortunately, we didn't know about the medical cannabis at that time, so we were grasping at straws, and of course we tried all of the psychotic medications. She had some side effects from those, but they managed the aggression. Our third resident was Donna. Her son was going to her house daily. She was living alone. He was getting calls from the neighbors saying she was going out at night, and she was going to the other neighbors' houses asking for rides and wanting them to take her to McDonald's and things like that. And so he knew then he needed to do something with her. She came to Lincolnshire very mad at first. She declined rapidly. She was throwing furniture, she was breaking lamps, she was beyond consolable. So again, here we go with the heavy-duty drugs to get her under control. And the side effects, again, were what did her in.
You want me to be brutally honest? 10 years ago, my son was diagnosed with cancer. And during chemotherapy, he was really, really sick. And one day, a chemo nurse called me to the side and she said, "You never heard this from me. You need to get this child on marijuana." He was 19 years old. "You need to get him on marijuana. Nothing is working for him." Well, then I talked to the doctor and I said, "A nurse told me that this child needs to be on marijuana." And he said, "Absolutely. So where do you buy it? What do you do?" I was buying marijuana on the street for 2 years. And I set up shop. And I grew it. Until you have to save a child's life, you'll do anything. I know it works. He'd wake up 4 o'clock in the morning, violently vomiting. He'd go outside, he'd take a hit, and he'd come in and he'd be able to eat. It saved my son's life. So then, when there was talk about it becoming legal in Illinois, I kind of started following it. And then Medmar had a seminar.
Before I went to the seminar, I just thought of it as a recreational drug, and that's what people used it for. After the seminar, when I received the list of all the things that it helped and some of the statistics, and then came back and started doing my own research, it totally changed my attitude towards it.
That informative meeting brought it all together for us, and Alzheimer's is top on the list of some of the things. How could I not give my residents the opportunity of, even if it's 5 minutes of peace in a day, I've succeeded in caring for them.
2 months ago, we started treating Rosie with the medical cannabis, and the transformation has been miraculous, is even what the family would say. Perfect first candidate. She gets dosing twice a day. She gets hers in the oil. A small dab of it is put on a cracker or a cookie. Whatever she's going to take the first spoon of, we'll get it on there and she'll take it like that. She is calm, she jokes now, she goes to activities, she's able to sit through a whole meal, she's gaining weight, she is able to visit with her family and remember her grandchildren now that she hasn't remembered in a while. It's pretty amazing to see her have peace.
There are no interactions with other drugs, no interactions. There are no side effects to this. If we find that maybe one product isn't working effectively, there's always another product that we can try. And we don't have to wait for one to go out of the system for a couple days. The next time it's time for a dose, we'll try a different product.
Helen started the treatment about a month ago. With Helen, we started seeing some results right away, but they weren't long lasting. So that's when we started changing up what we were doing. And then we started to see that she would relax and be cheerful, and now she can at times give you clear communication in full sentences. She was able to visit with family. Staff would report to us that there was no pinching and scratching, and she was easier to get up in the morning. You know, she would be pleasant. She even started to walk again. She had not been walking for months. And so we find that that's some success, but we're still trying to dose her. She's a little different than our first resident, and now we're sticking with one patch for a while to see if we can get it into her system and keep it current 24 hours a day. She's the newest. She's the newest. The progress has been slow. We've had to adjust our dose. You know, we start out very tiny and then we go up, but to give it to her and to watch the transformation in her face is unbelievable. She relaxes, her breathing becomes normal, she is able to talk and make sense, and family's totally on board. They see the peace that it gives her. She feels better. You can tell that she just settles, and it's so rewarding to see that you've actually made a difference.
Within minutes, 20 minutes tops, I can see that they're capable of doing things that they weren't able to do. I can see their face soften up. without the hard lines, because they're not suffering in that pain.
We are the only facility in Illinois that is actually starting this process of using the medical cannabis. And what's really exciting for us is that we now have a choice in how we're going to treat the rest of the residents when they start becoming agitated to the point where we can't manage them. We have a choice now. We have this new medical cannabis that we can start if families are on board.
She was the one that always picked the children up, took them to the park. She was always an advocate walker. And she had started walking away from home and being gone, you know, and people would call and say, I seen your aunt wandering, you know, and we could tell that she was starting to lose her memory and stuff. You could hardly get a conversation with her and have her to recognize us. Just relate with her, you know, just relate with her, walk and talk with her like we used to, and stuff like that, you know, to kind of get our auntie back. So we started looking for places, and this was her best fit. We have been anxious for her to start this because it's 3 cousins that's involved. It's me and 2 other cousins. And my cousin Lene doesn't like, I don't know what type of medication they kind of give her here to kind of like slow her down or whatever. My cousin knows the name of it, but she does not like it at all. Like, now she just walks and really don't want to be bothered sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And I noticed that when she talks sometimes, she's just randomly saying things that doesn't really make sense. But she was making sense, you know, asking questions and, you know, telling stories and that, and I noticed a change, and I like it. Excuse me. It was bringing back the Anne that I remember before she started getting, you know, into her illness. So I could see, I could see a change, and I know my cousins are gonna love it. I can't wait until she's able to take it on a regular basis. I kind of got a little bit of my auntie back today.
It's very simple to create a personalized patient regimen.
We can start this treatment and they're not going to get those side effects that are going to put them in the chairs and you know, make them worse in physical ways so that we can control their behaviors. Now we're going to be able to start with the cannabis and really see a benefit and the life that they're going to have for so much longer. It's going to be amazing.